Hi everyone. For this math video, you are going to need the math review paper that we labeled last week in class. Remember, we folded it and we labeled it all sorts of different things. You'll need to be turned to this side. That begins with Miss Fisher, but you need to make sure your name and number is over here in the right-hand corner. So in the box that says Miss Fisher is where we will begin. For the first practice problem that we're going to do for this review, it's going to be about the gallon house because it's going to talk about cups and quarts and pints. So a little quick reminder about the gallon house would be smart for you to draw a gallon house really quickly. Remember, you just draw a capital G like that, and then in each you're going to have these 4 windows. Miss Fisher definitely messed that up. So I will make the G a little bit bigger, like that. So you can get 4 windows inside of the gallon house. Remember, because those windows are actually quarts. And what is inside of each quart is 2 pints, or 2 people. Then I just kind of like to show that inside of one of the people is 2 cups. That would help you remember. Okay? That is the gallon house. Now, the problem on your test that has to do with this is a multi-step problem. And a lot of them will be multi-step. So you're going to have to go slowly and think about things, use scratch paper, and do the best that you can. So, on the problem on the test, it's talking about someone who makes some sauce, and he uses a bunch of different kinds of things to make barbecue sauce, because in barbecue sauce you have tomato sauce, vinegar, honey, maple syrup. Sometimes you get like salt and things like that, but they're just talking about the liquid stuff. So it says he uses 15 cups of tomato sauce. So we're going to write this down. And you are going to write it down as well. 15 cups of tomato sauce. He uses 2 cups of vinegar. Guess I need to write of. I didn't on the other one. 2 cups of vinegar. He uses a 1/2 cup of honey and 1/2 cup of maple syrup. So you have a 1/2 cup honey, 1/2 cup, what was the other thing? Maple syrup. Okay. I have all of his ingredients. The question is asking me how many quart jars can he fill and how many pint jars can he fill with any that is left over. So if he puts all of those together, they want to know how many quarts can he fill, quart-sized jars, and then with the leftovers, how many pints can he fill? So they're looking for quarts and then pints. But what did they give us all of the measurements in? Cups. So that's going to be a conversion that you have to do. Well, first let's figure out how many cups in all will that mixture make. If you have 15 plus 2, you have 17 cups. Then you have a 1/2 cup and a 1/2 cup. What do 1/2 and 1/2 make? A whole. So you have 1 cup, 2, 3, plus 15. You have a total of 18 cups. So we want to take that total 18 cups and look back up here at our gallon house and figure out how many quarts is that? How many quarts can I get out of 18 cups? Well, remember, in each little person, there's 2 cups. So you have in 1 quart, 2, 4. So 1 quart equals 4 cups. Okay? So if I had 4 and 4 and 4 and 4, I had a whole gallon of cups, I would have 4 quarts. It would be 4 times 1, 2, 3, 4. It would be 16 cups to fill a gallon. Or 16 cups would be 4 quarts. 16 cups would be 4 quarts. Does that make sense? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So if I took 16 cups, it would fill 4 quarts, right? But I have 18 cups. So could it fill a whole other quart? No, because you would have 18 minus 16. You only have 2 cups left. So it fills 4 quarts. And how many pints would it fill? Well, you have 2 cups left. So 2 cups equals how many pints? That's the question. 2 cups is how many pints? Well, 2 cups is 1 pint. That's actually pretty basic. So 2 cups is 1 pint. So you could make 4 quarts with 1 pint left over. Hopefully that made sense. All right. In the next one, this one is titled Dodgeball. Make sure you go to the next one. Titled Dodgeball. In the dodgeball question, we are going to be talking about weighing some books, some textbooks. When you weigh something and they're going to be using the metric system, remember they use grams. The weight of something is grams and kilograms. So we're going to have to be putting together some measurements, some weights, and comparing them. So if I told you already that it's the metric system, you should start by drawing that staircase. King Henry doesn't usually drink chocolate milk. And remember, this time, it's grams. We are going to be using grams. So, in this, I won't make you write out the whole story problem, but it gives us some measurements of some textbooks. It says that this girl is going to stack together 4 science textbooks and 5 history textbooks. Okay, so you need to know, what does a science book weigh and what does a history book weigh to begin with. The science book is 1.15 kilograms up at the top of the staircase. 1.15 kilograms. And a history textbook is 960 grams. Don't be thinking that's a whole lot more. Remember, kilograms are a lot more than a gram right here. So a science book is 1.15 kilograms and a history book is 960 grams. Okay? So if they say we're going to make a stack of 4 science textbooks, so 4 science books, and then we're going to make a stack of 5 history books. And they want you to tell me which one is more. Is it greater than, less than, or equal to? So when I add these up, are the history books going to be greater than, less than, or equal to the science books? Okay, they actually put the history before the science, and that's fine. So let's figure out what 4 science books would weigh. So I can add this up 4 times, 1.115, if you want, or you could just quickly times it by 4. That's what I would do. I would use a decimal box because you're supposed to. The number that goes in there is a 2, 1, 2, and then I multiply this. 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 2 is 6. 4 times 1 is 4. It's not 460 because you have that decimal box, 1, 2. It's 4.6, okay, or 4.60. So I'm just going to circle. It's 4.6, and 4.6 what? Science? Kilograms. In history, 5 history books. So I'm going to times 960 by 5. There's no decimal, so that's going to be really easy. 4,800 grams. You cannot compare these yet. You have to have the same units. So I can either change kilograms to grams, or I can change grams to kilo. I think I want to change grams to kilo. So if I change 4,800 grams to kilo, remember that's how you do a conversion sentence. I'm going from something smaller to something larger, but in this case, because it's the metric system, I just look at the staircase. I'm going from grams up to kilo. So I'm moving up to the left, moving the decimal. How many times? 1, 2, 3. So the decimal is here at the end right now, and I move it 3 times to the left. 1, 2, 3. 4.8 kilograms. Now you can correctly compare them. Which one is greater? 4.8 kilograms or 4.6 kilograms? Hopefully you'll know. The 5 history books weigh more than or greater than the science books. So that would be the first part of that question. It goes on then to make sure that you are figuring it out in kilograms. So that's good that we have this work here. Make sure you refer back to it. It then asks what the difference of the masses is. So let's just review. How do you find the difference of something? To find the difference, you have to use subtraction. So you put the greater one on top and you subtract the smaller one. And you should get the difference. Remember, do you know the button man, the button man, the button man? Do you know the button man? He lines the decimals up. 8 minus 6 is 2. I have the decimal. 4 minus 4 is 0. So the difference is 0.2 kilograms. 0.2 kilograms. All right, that is how you do using the metric system. The next one we're going to try to just take a look at is really pretty simple. It also uses, so I'm in constitutional convention. This is also going to use the staircase. King Henry doesn't usually drink chocolate milk. Remember, this unit could be anything. And in this case, it's just comparing a whole bunch of measurements. I'm not going to give you the exact measurements that are on the test, but it might be good to practice ones like this. So if I have 2,900 milliliters, and I asked you to change that into liters, would you be able to do that? Yes, you would be able to. You know how to do this. Going from milli at the bottom to liters is going up the staircase. Oh, so in this case it was liters, right? It's going up the staircase 3 times, so you move to the left 3 times. 1, 2, 3, 2.9. That's pretty simple. It then continues to ask you how many liters is, and then it gives you like a number. We'll use this number. It's 2,000 milliliters. It's not any different. You're just going to put what you know first, which I know the milliliters. I'm converting it to liters, so I'm still moving the decimal. 1, 2, 3 to the left. 1, 2, 3 to the left. It's 2, just simple. 2. What if they switch this up on you and they now start talking about milligrams? So we're no longer talking about liters, we're talking about grams. You just have to quickly switch that unit out. It's not a big deal. How many milligrams is, let's say it's 0.92 grams. Don't panic. Go with what you know first. 0.92 grams. So I'm here in the middle. And I'm going to milli, moving down the staircase. So this time I'm moving down, or moving the decimal to the right. How many places? 1, 2, 3. 3. Here I am right here. 1, 2. You have to add a 0. 3. So it's 920 milligrams. All right, in the next video, you will find out how to do the following 3 questions. I hope you're paying close attention and really working hard to review for that test that's going on your grade.